Hello, lalela mfethu. Lento lena ayifuna ukuthi ubujama. Ayifuna ukuthi ubujama, ifuna it awake. But you're not there. I hope you're good. I'm so glad to see you again. Listen. There's a previous video that I did where I was summarizing all you need to know, basics that you have to know before you approach questions on Euclid. Please make sure you check on it before you do this one. But if you're already advanced in trigonometry, you're gonna have to wait, because now we're just doing the basics. So today we are focusing on making it easy, okay, to identify angles. Okay, just start by building that momentum bit, and that isn't the start doing these smaller problems. They will build momentum for you. Trust me, you'll gain some love in this thing. Trust me. Just trust the process. Okay, check here. We have exercise 1A. Okay, so what are we going to be doing here? You are told that in this sketch, O is the center, and then you bring up your notes. Now my notes are mean. Can you see mine? Group A. Whenever I am given a center, this is what I know. Okay, so we have number one. I'll name this one A, number 1A, and then 1B. Okay, so 1A is saying line drawn from center, perpendicular to the chord, bisects the chord. And then B is saying a line drawn from center, bisecting the chord, is perpendicular to the chord. Please make sure you know the difference between the two. The other one is the inverse, and then the other one is the one, the original one. And then number 2, angle at the center twice the angle at the circumference. And number 3, angle at the semicircle is 90 degrees. Okay, or angle subtended by diameter is 90 degrees. Let's go straight to it. So now we are supposed to calculate the marked angles from A up to E. Okay, let's do it. A. What is A? Okay, this is what you have to do whenever you are given a circle or you are working with a Euclidean problem. Start by identifying what is that angle that you are asked to calculate. What is the angle that you are asked to calculate? So A, what is A? A is angle at the center. How did you identify that? Let's go and check number 2. Here is number 2. I was able to identify making use of this diagram. Okay, the diagram is saying angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Now I know A is equal to 2 times angle at the center, which is 32 degrees, is equal to, which means that is 64 degrees. Just like that. And then let's go for B. B is subtended by a diameter. How did I identify that it's a diameter? This line is drawn from the particular point of circumference, passing through the center O, and then another point of circumference. Straight line. It's subtending 90 degrees, and then a diameter will always subtend an angle that is 90 degrees, of which means B is equal to 90 degrees. Let's write it here. B is equal to 90 degrees. Why? Let's go and check on the reasoning. Angle in semicircle. That's the precise one. That's the nicest one you can ever get. And then you know the story. Maths, we don't write paragraphs. Hey, we don't do paragraphs here. We're just focusing on one G angle semicircle. Because it's detail. Yeah, we don't dare it. So angle in semicircle is 90 degrees. All right, let's move. And then C. Okay, what is C? C. Okay, not yet can you say it's 90 degrees. Okay, because there's no indication that we have a 90 degrees there. Remember, an indication is that square. It's not there. Can you see? So the first thing that you have to say, or that you have to take note of, is that we have a line drawn from a center to bisecting the chord. How can you identify it's bisecting? How did we see it's bisecting? Because of these indications of equal lines on equal lines. Okay, this indicates equal lines. Remember. Oh, line bisecting the chord, or line drawn from center to a midpoint of the chord. Because if we say this is midpoint, that means cutting the line into 2 equal halves. Oh, what do I know about that? Let me go and check. That is 1B, inverse of theorem 1. So how can I then conclude? I can then conclude that C is equal to 90 degrees. How come? It's because line from center to midpoint chord. Line from center to midpoint. There it is. Here it is. I don't even have to write that. Come on, guys. There it is. I've just showed you. Right, let me not finish up here just because of time. To save time. Remember, here we just focus on basics, so we should be quick. And then D. Okay. D is angular circumference. D is angular circumference because it's on the point at the circumference. It's formed by two lines, right, that are coming from P and Q. And then those two lines, they go and form a vertex at the circumference. That's why we have angular circumference. So D is angular circumference. And then what do I have? What else do I have? So I have angular center. Whenever I have angular center, let me go and check. Number 2, something similar to this one. It's this one. It's this one. I hope you can see. The second one there is the one that is similar to this. What I know about angular center is that it's twice the angular circumference, which means that the angular circumference is half. So angular circumference is half angular center. So which means it's 45 degrees. The reasoning behind that, you can just write that angular center is twice the angular circumference. They will know what we are trying to say. They will just know. And then let's move to the final one. So the final one, again, we have angular center. How did I identify that? There it is. The dead one here. Go number 2 wako. The dead one. Angular center at this time is 200. Angular circumference, it's E. So E is the angular circumference. You see now, just build that momentum of being able to identify or being able to give it a name. We'll see E is the angular center, or to give it a characteristic. So E is angular circumference. So now if you have angular circumference and then having angular center, that means it is half the angular center. So E again is half angular center, 200, which means therefore E is 100 degrees. Alela. Wasn't that easy? Easy, but step by step, trust in the process. You're gonna be fine along the way. Along the way, we're gonna be doing complex questions, but you're gonna be able to identify these things if you start smaller nyana. Build that foundation. So when we get to complex questions, it's easier for you to identify these type of angles. Trust me, it will be easy. Thank you. Don't forget to do. You know what to do. I don't even have to tell you. Thank you for doing so. All right.